Alex Jankewitz on his Premier League debut was sent off. I mean, it's a fair red card, I think. I don't think there can be any complaints. What's your takeaway from that? Because obviously he's a young lad who, as you've mentioned already today, has come through the academy and probably wanted to make an impression and make an impact in the biggest stadium he's probably ever played in Old Trafford, against a legendary club in Manchester United. Do you think that there was maybe a bit too much adrenaline? He was a little bit too keen, if that's a fair assessment?
Yeah, I think it was exactly that. Glad you mentioned it as well, because it was a horrific tackle and he certainly made his mark. Really, really bad one. But yeah, it can be explained because it was 2 minutes in. It's the first challenge of the match. He's on his debut. He's never started a game before. He's not going to pull out of that tackle. He's going to say, I'm here. I'm going for this ball. It's one of them dodgy bouncing balls as well. And it's almost impossible in the modern game to challenge for that, because you have to raise your studs. And, you know, if you don't get the ball and you raise your studs, you almost always make contact with the opposition player, and then you're always going to get sent off for it. If not real time, then definitely when they slow it down and start looking at it from different angles and things like that. So
I don't think he meant to hurt McTominay though, did he? It
no,
was just
I don't think
careless.
he did. No, not at all. You know what? I don't know if any of you seen Match of the Day, but last night, but Dion Dublin was on it, and he was like, horrific tackle, horrible player. You know, he proper went to town on this kid, and I thought, stick to Hums under the hammer and going up the stairs to the bedroom, you absolute whopper. Just because there was absolutely no understanding from an ex-pro of what it's like to be on your debut. Like, he's done a horrific tackle, okay, fine, but try and dig into it and say, why has he done that? Because it's not hard to see. 70 seconds in the first challenge of his professional career, he's obviously going to try and win that ball. He gets it horrifically wrong, and he's got to be sent off and all the rest of it. No denying that, but it's not hard to see why, in my opinion, that he went for that and that he challenged like he did, because there's no other way to challenge it. McTominay had his boot up as well. The fact is, McTominay beat him to it by about half a second, and that's a huge huge time difference in that kind of challenge.
I watch a little bit of under-23s football, and the difference in quality and speed of decision-making and stuff like that between senior Premier League games and under-23, which is effectively the reserve league these days, it's like a chasm. It's cavernous, the difference between the quality and the standard in the under-23s and the Premier League. So to come straight up from the under-23s and play in the Premier League is, and I think he was found out pretty quickly. And you talk about players on their debut making rash decisions. It happens to even the most experienced players. I don't know if you remember, Marley, but Steven Gerrard's last ever game for Liverpool against Manchester United, where he came on and within 2 minutes he was sent off for a horrific challenge. I think it was on Ander Herrera. So
he stamped on him, didn't he, after about 8 seconds or something? Yeah.
Exactly. So it happens to even the most experienced of players.
Hey, no, not if you're Dion Dublin. No, never made a mistake in his career. I'm pretty sure he headbutted Robbie Savage once. I'd love to see him. Well, that shouldn't be even a yellow card, to be fair, but never mind.
Maybe he didn't like the interior of Robbie Savage's house, so he stuck the nut on him.
Maybe Robbie Savage lives in a bungalow.
Yeah, there's no stairs going up to the bedrooms.
The stairs lead nowhere, Robbie. Bang.